I wrote this book for a number of reasons. One, it's because I'm in the process of aging, thank God, because the alternative is not as good. And I've read many books on aging, and I felt that I might add a couple of new perspectives. One of which is to really focus on things that people seem to lose along the way, which is spontaneity, awe, surprise, the ability to navigate the world in a different way and not to get stuck in the same old ways, to take better care of yourself, to perhaps look at the way you dress, the way you behave, to get more involved in flamboyance, be a little eccentric. They've actually done studies now that show eccentricity is a marvelous way to age because you're outside of the box, you see the doctor less, and you seem to be having a heck of a good time. So I've incorporated a lot of these models and many others, and I think it advocates for a healthy, juicy life, and that's probably the cornerstone of the book. Get juicy.
Have you done a lot to sort of take your own advice, either your whole life or in recent years, as far as living that kind of life?
Well, I've always been able to spin my life in different ways because I am very creative at the heart of me. I'm a creative individual, and I have to keep reaching out and doing things because I have great passion for many, many things, and I just don't want to leave this life without saying that I went to the buffet of life and tasted of many of the delicious dishes that are available.
How does writing a full book like this compare to the columns? Did you like it, or do you like it?
Well, it's my 5th book.
Yeah.
But it was the most difficult because it was very personal. And it is different from the columns in that the columns are focused on a lot of societal absurdity and how confusing I think life has become because of the constant need to keep adding more and more things that in many ways don't make sense. And so I find the column a great way to rant against which some of the things I think are ridiculous, but also to position it so that people never think that their life is a hopeless abyss.
Yeah.
Some of how you get happy is practice. It's practice. It's becoming aware. It's getting out of the hypnotic trance that many of us are in, focused on what we have to do, what we have to do next. Someone once said, it's not being absent from life that's often the problem. It's being too present. It's like presenteeism. I have to get my emails. I have to do this. I have to do that. So to me, happiness is about making sure that throughout the day I notice things, like the squirrel on the bird feeder and how ridiculous he is because he keeps going back and falling off. And my cat, who skids into the kitchen hoping that I'm going to feed him again because I think he's an eataholic or something. Or laughing with my grandchildren, or learning something new, or tasting something delicious. It's all out there. You have to be a seeker.
Would you mind trying to explain the title?
I came up with the title, I think, in the middle of the night, which is often the case for some of my books. And I guess I used myself as a metaphor. I'm short, and I'm getting shorter. I hope I don't get too short, or I'll be a head with legs. And so I thought, kick up your heels before you're too short to wear them. Which to me meant, get out there in life and do all you possibly can do, because eventually, you're going to be underground.
Yeah.
And so you're not only going to get short, but you're going to get so short that they won't see you anymore because you'll be underneath.
To read more about Loretta and her new book, read Tuesday's Patriot Ledger.